Another weekly check-in. We're going to see what's going on with you guys for the second week of October. October week 2. So remember, weekly check-ins are just a short, quick, general, energetic overview. Any of you need a personal reading? All you got to do is go straight to my website, tarotwithrich.com. But if you have a hard time remembering that, there's a link for it right down here in the description. All right, let's hop on into this. Let me get this thing in here first. Man, this is such an old incense burner. I need a new one. I've had this thing for 5 fucking years. It's seen better days. All right. Let's see how the energy's looking. Aries and the person you're dealing with and your situation. Let's see how it's looking. October week 2. Blue birdie blue blue. The blue blue blue. The blue blue. Blue 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 blue. Uh-oh, don't get me started on this, man. I don't have the energy for that tonight. So I'm going to do the best I can to try to avoid this. I don't feel like talking about it. And I know most of you don't feel like hearing about it. So all I'm going to say, though, is that it looks like there's a little bit of a codependency connection here. Don't know who's bringing that energy to the table, but I don't feel like going down that rabbit hole. So I'm going to try to avoid it. But if it keeps coming out, I'm going to have to bring it up and talk about it. All right. Some of y'all dealing with a water sign, possibly. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Ooh, Page of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Well, I kind of feel like a whole new love offer or love option is coming in. That has nothing to do with the person you're dealing with. I think so. I think the person you're dealing with has been trying to get your attention somehow, some way. And putting on a show for you. You know, hoping that you're watching. And I don't know if you're just blatantly ignoring them or you're just not paying attention to what they're doing, but they haven't really got the reaction out of you that they want. You know, they're trying to make it look like they live in large and they're doing good and you know, they're like posting things directed towards you or viewing your Instagram story, something to try to get a reaction out of you, and it's not working. So I think they're plus I think that, like I said, you're dealing with somebody totally different. Something completely new and different is coming in. And they're kind of just like, I think they're letting go of this and taking a step back, honestly. I think so. But I do think that this person would love to sabotage anything new that you got coming in, if they could. I see them thinking about it and planning it, but I don't know if they're taking any action towards that. I don't think you would have to worry anyways. I don't think so. Anyway, we'll talk more about that in a minute. Okay. I didn't expect that. Let's see how they feel about you. What is it they want? What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Sun card. Could be a Leo for some of you. Hang on, I think I know where this is going. Yup, that's what I thought. Every fucking time, dude. Every time. So I don't know if y'all are really paying attention to what this person's doing. But those of you who are, it may look like they totally forgot that you exist. That they're doing so good, they're so happy, you know. No. Oh, no. Actually, not only have they not improved their life, but I think their life is going downhill. I think they're even worse off now than they were when you all were together or whatever happened. For those of you who dealt with somebody with some sort of addiction issue and you're wondering, no, they have not gotten clean, I would even go as far as to say they've gotten worse. So it's hard to say what they want, what their intentions are. I mean, when you got somebody caught up in that childish shit, they're kind of living in fantasy fairy tale land, right? Because, and I mean, that's a big epidemic that you see in today's world anyways, is people dumping all of this energy into painting a false picture regarding the life that they live to the public, right? But then at the end of the day, it's like, okay, well, what did you get out of that? What did you get out of that? So everybody thinks this about you, okay, now what? Does that improve your life at all? You know, it's like they live in fantasy fairy tale land. They're not really thinking about what they want exactly. They want to alter your perception of them. But then, like I said, then what comes after that? What comes after that? So if I'm at rock bottom and my life is going to shit, but I fool you into thinking that I'm doing good, okay? And let's say I do it successfully. Let's say I fool the shit out of you. Okay, now what? Now what? My life is still going to shit. You thinking that about me isn't going to fix anything. It's not going to change anything. So they're not really thinking that far into it, you know? They're not really thinking about, oh, okay, well, first I want Aries to think this about me, then this will happen, and then that'll happen, and then they're not thinking that deep into it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Some of you dealing with a Capricorn. I also have Taurus, Leo, Pisces. Anything else? Nope. All right. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right. Let's see. Let's just get the advice. Let's get the advice. What's the advice for the Aries collective? Seven of Pentacles. Well, you really want to take a look at this situation and really think this through very thoroughly. I mean, really try to come back down to earth and really think about the reality of whether or not the two of you would ever be able to build something successful. Really sit and ask yourself, is it really worth putting forth the work, the energy, and the effort? Now, that's an open-ended question. I'm not insinuating that it is or it's not. I'm just telling you what to think about so that you can come up with the decision for yourself. It's time for something new to come in. With the World card and the Death card, that's the universe saying, time for something to come in. Time for something new to come in. On to the next one. But, hey, you don't have to listen to that if you don't want. People fight against the universe all the time. I'm not going to tell you not to do that. I'm just saying that if you're really not ready to move on from this, you're not going to. So really think about whether or not it's worth putting forth the work, the energy, and the effort. Really think about it. And hey, if you got to repeat the cycle, you got to repeat the cycle. That we got to do that sometimes. We just do. I don't know of anyone that ever makes it through their life without at least repeating one fucking cycle one time. We all do it, you know? It just has to be done that way sometimes, you know? All right, now let's shift gears and see. I want to look at singles and the person you're interested in. Let's see how the energy's looking. How's the energy looking between single Aries and the person that you're interested in? How's it looking? Ba-boom. 8 of Pentacles. 2 more. So some of y'all dealing with somebody at the workplace, possibly. 8 of Wands. Could be somebody at a distance for some of you. Uh-oh. Okay. Whenever I read a new connection or potential new connection, what comes out? 99% of the time. The past. There's a third energy involved here somehow, some way. And with the 2 of Swords, I don't think this person knows whether or not they want to move forward and find something new or reconcile with the past, revisit the past. They don't really know. And again, the way I see that is if you don't know whether or not you want me, that means you don't want me. By default. So I don't think a decision is being made. I don't think so. And the tension is building. Faux show, yo. Faux show, yo. 7 of Swords. This is an interesting deck. It's really testing, you know, my memory of what the cards are. I don't normally fuck with decks that are this far outside of Rider-Waite. If I would have known this, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But since I got it and the artwork is really cool, I'm getting used to it. You know, so 7 of Swords, that's not a typical 7 of Swords. I got to remember, oh yeah, the 7 of Swords is the liar, the cheater. I got to remember what the 8 of Pentacles is, you know. All right. So yeah, by the way, I'm not convinced that this is somebody you can trust. Not convinced of it at all. There's some third energy involved. At minimum, they have not released somebody they have past history with. At minimum. At best. Now let's see how they feel about you at the deepest level. What are their deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? They got a lot of self-confidence issues. Little to no self-esteem. Honestly, I kind of feel like they would rather be single. But the reason why they would rather be single is because they feel like the love that they want is out of their reach. They may feel like you're a little bit out of their league, too, honestly. Very possibly. Yeah, I see they're hung up on the past. Hung up on a past codependency attachment. They haven't released something from the past. So, probably the same damn thing I told you last week too, isn't it? Now, whatever, let's just get some advice, I guess. And y'all know now it's the last quarter of the year. The advice is probably going to start getting more and more explicit and specific. This happened last year. It happened the year before that. The last quarter of the year when it's getting down to crunch time and it's time to clear the old bullshit from 2025 to make way for a new pathway for 2026. Advice is going to start getting real specific. There's less and less room to play with things and see how you can make them work. It's getting to a point where it's going to be like, okay, are you going to evolve in 2026 or just have another repeat of 2025? And basically that's what it comes down to. Lover's card reversed. Ace of Cups reversed. Okay, so all I'm going to say is this. Don't waste a bunch of time trying to figure out who your person is. If there was one thing I could tell you to do that would drastically increase the chances of you making a beeline straight towards your divine life partner, it would be to learn how to identify who is not your person. Trying to figure out who your person is could leave you sitting in the same spot spinning in circles for years. Right? Learn to ask yourself, do you appear to be the one person the universe picked for me? Do I believe that the universe is such a moron that the one divine life partner it picked for me is somebody who doesn't know if they want to be with me or someone else? That's the person the universe picked for me? A person who communicates so poorly that they leave me completely confused about their feelings and their intentions? That's the person the universe picked for me? That's the one fucking divine life partner the universe picked for me. A person that I'm going to have to sit around and wait and wonder and wish and wonder how they feel about me and wonder if they want to be with this person. They don't even know if that's the fucking person the universe picked for me? No, I don't think it is. I'm gonna give you the quote. And this is for the new faces. My OG followers have heard me say this a million times. But for the new faces, and there's always new faces in here. My channel has not stopped growing since 2018. Take this with you on your journey. If you can take this with you and stand on it 100%. It sounds easy, but it's a hard path to walk when you're in the middle of it. Take this with you. If they really want you, you will know. If they're not that into you, you'll be confused. Take that with you. Take that with you. Take it with you and see how quick your life starts to improve. I dare you to dedicate your life to living by that quote all of 2026. If they really want you, you will know. If they're not that into you, you'll be confused. And see how much bullshit you put up with. See how much confusion you'll sit around and put up with. You won't. Oh, you'll be walking away from people left and right. And it's a hard path to walk, like I said. Especially you meet that person that you're really fucking into. But then they start sending you mixed signals, hot and cold, on and off, in and out, acted one way one day, another way another day, and you're really into this person. Do you have the strength to bring that to mind? If they really want you, you'll know. If they're not that into you, you'll be confused. Can you bring that to mind in the middle of being confused by somebody that you're really fucking into and making the decision that you know needs to be made regardless of how it feels? If you can do that to every single person you meet, you will fly up that staircase. You'll run up that staircase. And you'll be at the top of the mountain before you fucking know it. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Aries family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is all down here in the description. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.